All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the pre-market prep. I hope everyone is having an amazing morning. Hope you had a great day yesterday. Good morning, Norm. How are you today?
Hey, good morning, buddy. Doing well. Hope you are too.
All right, excellent. All right, guys. Let's get into some of the stuff we were watching yesterday. Starting, of course, with AMC. I mean, this thing, and even right now, is completely on fire, and not in a good way. Down 32% this morning. So we'll definitely
You
leave
mean
this one.
dumpster fire?
Dumpster fire, yes, and we'll definitely leave that right there, the number one spot. AMC today, just insane. Yesterday was basically an entire short for the entire day at the open. Started breaking. Oh, let's look at our 5 minute here. There we go. It's a little bit better on what we're actually looking at. So right here, guys, again, very active pre-market action. It actually gapped up yesterday. Gapped up a little bit, tried to sell off in the pre-market, came back as you can see here, and then just really started dumping here nicely. Did held this at 14 for a very long time for the most part of the day. After hours, another dump again, and this morning again also dropping one more time. So again, pretty active this morning, 24 million already. I do not have shares for short, so it'll be difficult to short this thing, but it looks like it's coming back down to reality a little bit here. mRNA, which is again not surprising, guys, not surprising. That a lot of us knew that stock had no business being up there, but just like anything, it's not about what you think the stock should be worth, it's what's happening sometimes. And that was the case. That is the case with AMC and GameStop, Norm. I mean, right? GameStop is another one that we'll get to as well, down 42% today. So just madness. But going back to our list, mRNA also a nice big drop yesterday, guys. It took a bit to get going, but then you just got this real nice drop off the VWAP, losing the low of the day. Again, a little bit aggressive, very difficult to join in on this, but man, that drop was real nice yesterday on mRNA. So if you're watching that and if you was quick, you could have taken advantage of that drop there. Here's Mara. Mara was a bit choppy. I did not like the way this. I had it on my list, and again, we talked about yesterday was not the best list we had in a long time. I mean, it was. We finished the pre-market show and we looked at that list like, wow, this it's not looking great. And we saw that a bit. Here's Mara again, not the best trading stock yesterday. RKT did have an initial drop, but then after that, just look at the chop again. Not what we expected out of that one neither. BB was nice. BB was probably one of the cleanest ones out of the gates. Hold on, sorry, yeah, right here. Beautiful open range breakdown on the 5, beautiful continuation. So very clean here right at this first 30 minutes or so, and then consolidates and gets above the VWAP here nicely. So you had 2 opportunities here. You have to be patient for this one, but this one was a nice clean breakdown on BBB yesterday. Here's Fubo, just pure chop again. A lot of stuff was choppy yesterday. This was another one that just did not really find a direction. Really choppy at the market open. So again, it was not the best list, Norm. I'm not sure how you made out with your list yesterday, but it definitely was a
Yeah, it
tough
was kind of
tough
low.
day. All right, so with that said, guys, let's get into our market pulse and see what's going on with the SPY this morning.
Yeah, so we had a pretty strong day yesterday. Up 0.8% on the SPY, 0.9% on the Qs this morning. Bounce back from the rough week or so we had leading up until that. Today, we've got a few Fed speakers sprinkled throughout the day and home ownership rate at 10 a.m. So I don't really see anything coming out of that. The only thing, 1 p.m. you've got 2 Fed presidents, and 2 p.m. you've got another one. So they will likely have, they could have some bearing on anything that happens, just depending on verbiage and what they say. So
All
just
right,
keep
so
that in
yeah,
mind.
we'll look forward to that and see how that how the markets react to anything that is set there. All right, let's jump into it, guys. Let's see what we have today. Let's remove our list. I will keep AMC here because it is active, although I do not have shares for short on it. It is one to watch today. We're again down 32%, very active pre-market action. Just look at this daily, how insane this is. The fun might be over, at least for a little bit here on AMC. Let's get some rows, and we'll start with what's gapping up. Leading the way, we have Tesla. Is that right? Tesla up 41%. I had a
No,
chance
that's
to look
not
at this.
Tesla.
Oh my
That's
God. I
TLSA.
am completing. Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute, what is happening? Right, so not Tesla. So it's TLSA. So hopefully nobody's confusing this for
That's a
Tesla.
bi- that's a biotech with some COVID treatment.
Gotcha. Um, you got caught as well. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people look at that quickly. If you don't be diligent. Yeah, it's shocking. But once you go in there, you see the price. You obviously know it's not Tesla. It's at $5, right? Pre-market action, guys, up 39%, 849,000. This is a 35 million shares float. Not too low of a float, but you can tell here the pre-market action is just not great. So we'll skip on this one for now. TVTX, this one's gapping up 20%. Also a bad pre-market action, pretty bad daily as well. Horrible volume, even on days where they do move. Look down here, they barely have any days over a million shares, and they are 15 million shares float. But again, just nothing good here. JAN, another one that's pretty low flow here, 998,000 is the flow. So again, I think we saw this earlier in the week, or I think last week. Again, pre-market action is just all over the place, and this type of flow and this type of action is just scary. So we'll skip on that one. BNGO, this one, it is up 18% this morning. This one looks real nice. Okay, good. We're starting to get a nice list here. Although AMC is on here, we don't have shares for sure, unfortunate. But we do have BNGO in here, so that's good. VXRT, and that is shortable as well. Yeah, so we can play this both ways, but looking really strong this morning. So I like the pre-market action after 8 a.m. this morning. Also the daily looking nice after consolidating between 10 and looks like 12 or so, 11.50. Looking really nice. VXRT, this one at the moment is up 12.4, 1.1 million shares traded. Pre-market action is looking okay. Their daily looks amazing, right? You had a couple of breakouts here, possible continuation. We are clearly extended on the daily, but this is worth taking a look at. So VXRT, we'll add that on there as well. INO this morning, nice pop yesterday. We traded this heavily in the chat room. Andrew was on this one as well yesterday. Called a couple of reversals, pretty nice here. I love the break on the daily, guys. 1350, saw great area of resistance. We broke through that yesterday. Possible continuation today. We are extended on this one also, but man, this thing can move pretty nice. So INO is on our list today. As well. CCIV, I personally do not like this one, so I'm going to keep it off. But if you do like trading this one, guys, look at the daily. This looks really interesting at the moment. A nice pop this morning, up 10%, 3.2. I'll add it to my secondary list. You can add it to your main list, but definitely in play this morning. You just got to like the price action on this one. And again, be careful. This thing can move $1, $1.50 very, very fast and aggressively. So be mindful of that. All right, we have a pretty good list off our gapping up list. Let's see what's gapping down. And I know there's some good names down here, guys, but I'm gonna let you guys throw that out if it looks good. There's quite a bit on here, man. This gappers list, the last 2 weeks has been, I mean, it died down for a little bit. Was less tickers, but now every day is about what, 15, 20 just on one side. No, even more. So let's look at what's gapping down today. IMVT, this one down 53%, 660,000 shares traded right now. A stock that doesn't get a whole lot of volume, but today might be the difference. They usually get about, looks like less than 1 million shares, pretty low. Their biggest day here has in the last couple of weeks is 3.6 million, looks like. So I'm concerned with that. Their pre-market action doesn't seem like it trades very well. I don't want to say it looks foreign, but it does not look like a good intraday trading stock just based on the way these candles are forming. Even the pre-market action, you can see with the volume, it looks a little choppy and weird. So I'm not gonna add it yet. Maybe down here. Maybe down here is one that we can take a second look at quickly. VRNT, this one is down 40%, so nice big drop for these guys this morning. Their pre-market actions not great. It looks like probably not a buyout, but it doesn't look like a great intraday trading stock normally. This doesn't look good, but do you have any news on it? Oh, the volume is very light too, 1.3 for the most part. So yeah, I don't know what the catalyst is on that big drop, but it doesn't look promising as far as intraday plays here. Their spread is $1.80 at the moment. Wow. Okay, let's move on down. Let's move down.
The only thing fresh I see is an article about them celebrating day one as a company focused on enabling brands to achieve boundless customer engagement. Yeah, I don't know. It
Wait,
sounds
wait,
like a bunch of
wait.
fluffy BS.
So that fluff definitely did not work. Whoever wrote that should be
No.
fired because they're
Yeah.
down 40%. They're trying to cover something
And
here. No, I'm kidding.
maybe there's something else. Maybe there's something else going on, but that's all
Yeah.
I'm seeing this morning.
Yeah. All right, so that's not going to work. But their spread, guys, it was $1.80 just a few seconds ago. This doesn't look good. It doesn't look good intraday trading stock. So we'll leave it alone for now. If it hits our scanners, we'll take a look at it. But I mean, this is pretty bad. GameStop, what do we have? So we are down 41% on GameStop with 3.5 million shares. It is on short selling restriction this morning. I'm going to add it on here, guys. This will be entertainment for us just to see what's going on. But again, I think the fun might be over. What happened to holding the line, Norm? What's going on
Peter.
here? Huh?
Line is breaking, man. That's how squeezes end. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what
Yeah.
to expect there. The people that were propping this up and buying it are limited to buying a single share of this stock, and that's not like at a time. They can buy
Right.
one share.
Right.
So
Right.
how are they supposed to continue what they got going on? So
Okay. Yeah.
Hamish has the perfect answer. They didn't hold the line. Somebody snorted the line, and now it's fallen out of bed.
Absolutely. So again, coming back down to reality here, and we knew this was going to happen sooner or later. I mean, this company has no business being up there, but again, it is what it is. All right, guys. Again, we learned a lot of lessons here. A lot of people lost a lot of money. Big firms, retail traders. Doesn't matter if you're caught on the wrong side of this. You might be right, but not in the time frame that you want to be, right? So yes, this thing might go back down to $25 to $15, but just don't be hard headed. You know, you might not be right in the time frame that you want. And if you're sitting here, this thing went up to almost $500, guys. I mean, just madness. So we'll keep that one on there. Let's take a look over at VRNT. We looked at AMC. We do have on deck already. I think this is a very active one as well. Cost here. This was the low flow that was pretty nice a couple of days ago. Today they're not looking so great. They're down 26% right now, 313. So again, not too exciting at the moment, but they did have a nice run here. Again, the smart money, guys, it was here. I know Norm, you took I think Norm, you took a shot at this, but again, a lot of traders
Yeah,
took
first
that.
day.
The first day is usually, the one. Not saying that the next few days you cannot have opportunities, but usually the first day is probably the cleanest. After that, you might be a little bit late to the game here. Silver coming down a bit here. We are down 18% at the moment. Now, this might be good to have as a possible. It's not the best intraday trades, but we do have some volume here. We're down nicely this morning. Let's see how that's going to play out today. CDE, what do we have? CDE, choppy pre-market action, down 11% at the moment. It is a large flow stock, sitting at 250 million. Go ahead.
Trash.
Trash, yeah.
Trash.
I don't see anything great on it. So.
That's mining. I think
Oh, it is. Yeah.
involved in the silver. There's a lot better proxies for
Oh,
silver
okay.
when they go that
Okay.
route.
Yeah, AG. I mean, probably is one of the ones that is out there. That's probably the
Yeah.
cleanest to trade
Or
if you
you
want to
can,
trade that ticker.
yeah, if you want to trade a miner, you can use that one. Or if you wanted to trade SLV,
Right,
silver
right.
ETF, you can do that. There's several of them.
Yeah, there's
But
better trading ones for intraday, especially as well. So, FMS, what do we have here? No, this looks horrible, guys. Looks foreign, very choppy. Look at the daily; it's just nasty here. Volume is very low, which
no,
creates some of this as well. I mean, this is nothing good about that there.
just get it off
And
your screen.
exactly, and then what we have another one, FSM. Are they trying to confuse us today? They have a fake Tesla here at $5, and now they have a FSM
Fake
here.
Tesla.
What is going on? It's too early for
There's
for
silver
them to
miner. Just
be
move on.
to be throwing this kind of curves at us in the morning. All right, let's start with you guys. What do we have? Norm, what do you like this morning?
Space.
Space. Let's take a look at space today. What do we have here? OSP. Let's get this right on the top as well. Space this morning, their daily looks amazing, guys. Broke out yesterday, today a possible continuation. Great volume, 1.4, 7.5. So yeah, I like this one. Space is good today. Let's add that on there. Anything else you like on your end, Norm? Space is
That's it
great
for the
today.
moment.
Yep. Okay.
I got a
Excellent.
couple others, but they got to pick up some volume. So I'm not going to
Gotcha.
mention them. I'll mention them later if so.
Okay, excellent. All right, let's start with, all right, Lou, we took care of space. That's on there. Let's start with Doc Luigi. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Baba. Here's Baba. Let's take a look here. Baba, 1.9 million shares traded. So again, good volume for Baba. They're down 1.9. I like their daily here, guys. I mean, you see what they've done, right? They came all the way down here to 210. They were able to bounce back. I know this looks messy, but that's the way Baba trades, right? You're not gonna get a clean Apple looking type chart with Bob. It's just not going to happen. It's just the way they move. But if you start putting some levels here, look at the levels we have here before we gap down, right? Great level of support. We're holding that now. After we gap down, we did another level right down here at 219, 229. Look at the level of support, and then it also had an area of resistance at 241. So if you start digging into a little bit, you can find some good patterns on here. It is a very unique stock to trade, slightly more difficult, but I think it's in play today. It's looking pretty good, guys. Down 1.1 this morning. Let's see what it does. Again, if we can get back up here and go green, we got some areas for some space to run. This 265 is a great area of resistance, not just before the gap down. Even in the past, you could see here it struggled here a little bit. So yeah, let's keep that one on there for now.
I watched the China hustle yesterday, so I'm not going to touch that.
You did? How was it? I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. It was interesting.
Nice. Here's INO, guys. INO is popping up 12% this morning. 2 million shares traded. Let's put INO here. It might be in our main list in a bit, but we'll definitely take a second look at it. Snap. Any new filters coming out for Snap that we should be aware of? Doesn't look like volume is pretty light right now. But they had a good day yesterday. Did not look at it yesterday. How did they trade yesterday? Let's see here. Some good volume. About 24 million looks like. All right, not bad. Not bad. I like the daily, guys. I see what you're looking at. It has potential to get going here, but this volume is not convincing us right now. We need a lot more volume for Snap. Snap is a stock that when it is in play, you can tell the volume is there, but I do like that daily. So if volume starts coming in, throw it back out to us. SPCE, we do have on deck. TLRY, let's take a look at that one. TLRY. Again, you're still kind of stuck within this consolidation at the moment on the daily. Yesterday doesn't look like it traded well based off the daily. Let's look at the actual intraday trades. I had a drop here and a bounce. I'm not convinced this stock can trade well more often than not, right? So let's put it on here as a possible for now. DKNG, what's happening there? DKNG right now breaking out of the daily. This is nice. Volume is decent, 452. Pre-market's not looking great, but I do like this breakout. Looks like last night we had something going on here. Any news on DKNG? Any earnings or anything happening with these guys? I'm gonna add as a possible.
Oh man, you're pressing me for something I haven't looked up this morning.
It's all good, man.
Just apologies. I've looked at a top. That's just not one of them. They did get an upgrade. They did get an upgrade yesterday. Kathy Woods buying Donkey Kong, so that pushed it.
Gotcha. So we'll put it as a possible, guys. Again, it has potential for sure. Or we're breaking out as the daily possible here, a possible to get going. So we'll take a look at that. I know we do have on deck DKNG. We have on as a possible. Mike is giving us Apple. Let's take a look at that one. Apple this morning. What do we have here? Pre-market's a great volume at the moment. Their daily is interesting, guys. Look at the pop here, the drop, and just kind of finding some support around 135. Yeah, Apple is good. Apple's good. We've seen better pre-market action though. They got the volume, that's for sure. But this pre-market action is not great. Hopefully here it starts to get a little bit better. Once this volume stays a little more steady, hopefully we can see that. And let's see. I like the daily. Maybe for a continuation breakout of 137 here. Pretty much flat day yesterday. Yeah, let's see. Let's see what happens with Apple. All right, Oxy. Is Oxy in play today? Oxy this morning, 234 up 5%. Yeah, this is a good one. You can watch this one. Yeah, we can take a second look. All right, DKNG, we looked at GVEO. Let's take a look there. GEVO. It's got some potential, guys. We do have volume on this one. 818 is up 7.3. Just the trading on this one hasn't been all that clean though. We had this in our list a couple of times. We'll throw it on here, but it's probably not gonna stay even as a possible. Mara, again, these Bitcoin stocks have been a little bit difficult to trade. They haven't been trading clean. It's funny, they only trade clean towards the downside, and then try to find inventory for short. You know, and have you noticed that, like, when they have a down day, their trading is amazing, but towards anytime they go green or something, especially in the last couple of days in here, right here, obviously this was when everything was going great and everything was just blowing up. But between here, guys, these days, if you go into them, they're not clean at all. Now this one is clean, this one is clean. A lot of the down days are very clean, but again, you can't take those opportunities. Right now, pre-market action is very choppy. I'm just not gonna have it on my list. I don't trust this stock to trade very well towards the upside. If it was any other stock and you had a better pre-market action, maybe, but just not seeing anything great. Baba, we have LI. Let's take a look at that one. LI this morning, pre-market action down 2.3 right now, 1.4. This one, it's you have some good days, but it's difficult to trade. It's not the cleanest intraday trading stock, I'll have to say. So I'm gonna skip on it for now. If it gets better, throw it back out to me, please. I know we have. All right, let's go here. Snap, we have it on deck as a possible, or do we not add it? No, we didn't add it. Didn't have enough volume. I'll look for that in our scanners. BNGO is running. Let's take a look. 6.7 million. Yeah, this thing is going.
BNGO is on fire.
This thing is going. Top of our list this morning for sure. Lydia is giving us AREC. What do we have here, Lydia? What's the float on this? So pre-market right now doesn't look great. Looks very choppy, though. We have volume, 17 million shares flow, so a little on the lower side. I would have loved to see a better, cleaner pre-market action like we have seen. It has potential, though, to be the low flow of the day because I haven't seen anything that looks better than this one as far as low flow stock. So we'll throw it down here. But hopefully you can get a better pre-market action in here. Up 28%, which is nice for a low flow this morning, and the volume is there at 3.3. All right, let's look at XOM. What's time? 8:54. We'll have to stop shortly here, guys. XOM. I don't like the pre-market action. It doesn't look great. And this one doesn't trade. It's not a great intraday trading stock. You're going to get volume on this. It's going to gap up or down. It's very choppy on the daily. It's not a great intraday stock, though. So I'm going to keep it off my list. The few times that I watched this, even when they have news or catalysts, they don't trade clean. Their price action in the intraday. There's definitely better stuff out there. All right, actually we looked at DKNG. We have, that's good. All right, Neo, let's take a look at Neo. What do we have? 1.1 million for Neo this morning, up 1.2. Yeah, this is not in play, guys. Again, and don't get fooled by the 1.1 with Neo, because Neo puts in that type of volume. When he wakes up in the morning, he puts in 1 million shares, right? So I don't see this in play. So again, don't let this volume here throw you off a little bit, as we discussed before in our chat as well. Wow, MU, I haven't heard that ticker in some time. Let's take a look. Yeah, this is why, because it's not much happening here. Their daily looks like it wants to get going here, but their pre-market action is not confirming that at the moment. Now, we've seen MU put in a horrible pre-market action and take off, but again, let's take our chances that this is not going to do that today. All right, we'll stop here. Let's take a few from our YouTube chat. What do we have, guys? Let's start with Dwayne. You are giving us UPS this morning. Let's take a look at that one. UPS is up a nice 4.8, and this is probably a normal pre-market action earnings for them. All right, nice. So
yeah, they had earnings. They've got to get a little bit better volume. They can be tough to play, tough to trade if they're not really roaring.
Yeah, I agree 100%. We had this before quite a bit. What I do like on this one is that we're getting above this 162 right over here. So that could be interesting, but we have to wait till the market opens, see if you're going to get the volume. You can have this pre-market action here and still get volume with UPS, but we'll have to see how that's going to play out. Mike, SQs has a good day yesterday. Yeah, had a decent day, possible continuation, but their pre-market very light on volume, only 50,000 shares traded, so we'll have to keep that one to the side right now. Microsoft continues to just find a way to tear it up here, guys. Again, they consolidated very heavily between 232 and 242. We're hitting the top of this resistance. If you like Microsoft, this is a good one to watch. You're definitely having a lot of fun with this because, again, you can trade this both ways, long or short, and this thing looks like it wants to go for another leg up on the daily. Might not be today, but just the way it's setting up right now, it looks like if we can break out of these 242 here, that could be nice, but I'm not adding it to my list, guys. I don't think it's really in play at the moment, but the daily does look great, so I have to agree with you there as well. INO we do have, that's good. HOL, I think I saw that also in the other chat room. HOL, what do we have here? What's going on? Up 43%.
SPAC that announced its merger partner this morning.
Okay. So you could definitely in play, guys. Just be careful with these SPACs. Yeah, be careful with these packs because again, they could be a little funky to trade. But I agree, Norm. This has volume up 42% and with a catalyst. It's interesting. We'll take a second look at that. AMD. Did we look at AMD? AMD. Yeah, we did. I think we did. Yeah, it doesn't look great right now. I mean, the daily possible continuation, but I like Apple instead for that type of play today. So I'm gonna keep Apple on deck. MBRX, MBRX. All right, what do we have here? So we're up 85%, which is nice. 10 million shares traded. MBRX. The float's got to be 8.6. Okay, so 8.6 on the flow. Another low flow that's very active. Again, it's hard to explain, but for something about this doesn't look good, and I don't know how to explain it when it comes to these low flow stocks. But again, they don't look like the ones that we're used to watching, the ones that you see Norm kind of take a stab at times. But it can get better. It can get better. So MBRX is here. We also have AREC here as well. Let's see how the price action continues on those two. All right. As what else we have here? Marble. Let's take a look. All right, first, I skipped a few. Matt, we'll do three more, guys, and then we'll have to go over to announcements. Applied Materials, I think, is this one, right? We trade this quite a bit.
Matt, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, no volume, guys. It's not really in play. We usually watch this one when they have some kind of news catalyst. But again, if even with that,
I don't know if they reported, but there's a lot of
Yeah?
semiconductors reporting right now, so
Okay.
that
All right. So they might
be why they're
coming up with
popping
something.
up, but don't have a whole lot of volume. So
Yeah, not a whole lot going on right now, so keep an eye on it if it is going to take off here. SOL, this one is. Daily
I
looks
don't want to trade
interesting, but
anything that's called
yeah,
SOL, man.
yeah, agree 100%.
I need luck. I don't want to be out of
Yes,
it.
yep, absolutely. So we'll skip on this one, guys. Norm is absolutely correct. We'll do one more workhorse. What do we have here? Workhorse. Workhorse has a interesting pre-market action. Daily's really all over the place. I'll add as a possible, but I got so many on this list. Well, I'll put it right here. That's fine. I'll put it here because if not, I won't remember to come back to it. All right, that is what we have, guys. Let's stop here. Let's go over to our announcements. We'll come back and fine tune our list.
All right, guys. So Thor's webinar on pivots and market auction theory, that is tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern. And I apologize. We have one next week, but it's not Peter. Peter is in 2 weeks, I guess, on share sizing. So Carlos, what is next week? It's not. I didn't see it on the site. Is why
Yeah,
it's not
so
here,
next
and I got
week,
messed up.
yeah, so next week we have Andy Kirshner from Kirshner Trading Group. So he has a firm that he trades for. He's the leader and CEO there. So we're gonna have a town hall Q&A, guys. Really looking forward to that. It should be up on our website today with all the details. But again, the guy's been trading for us since 1995. Has a lot of experience. So looking forward to having that chat with him. And that will be next week.
Nice. That's next week. And is that at the normal 8 p.m. time? I'm guessing.
Yes, correct.
Okay, cool. All right. And then Wednesday this week, we've got 8 p.m. Dr. Kenneth Reed. He's going to be talking about magic of trend lines. So a lot of times he gets into this, they're in the psychology section, but it's really a mix of psychology and strategy together. So those are very interesting as well. Be sure to tune into that. Next week, we've got Creta at 5 p.m. Eastern, special time because of her time zone. Talking about putting the pieces of Mental Edge together. And before we hop into the back end of these announcements, we do have a special session going on today. Carlos, you want to describe that? You'll know a lot more about it than I do.
Yeah, so yeah.
Oh, your mic just went out.
Oh, sorry about that. So we have Jack Schwager today joining us, and he is going to do a podcast interview with Peter at noon today. So at noon today in our webinar room, again, we're gonna do the podcast without it being live, but we figured, let's open it up to our members so that you guys can see it live as Peter interviews him. So today at 12 in our webinar room, he'll be there. Peter will be doing the interview for the podcast. So hope to see you there.
Absolutely. All right. If you want to take part in the member trade of the day, trade of the week, Take a screenshot of your best trade of the day, mark it up. It should have entries and exits, and then put any color on it you can, describing the trade, why you took it, strategy, everything else. Post it on Twitter, tag at Bearable Traders, at MikeB_BBT, and at NormBBT. Also use the hashtags BBT Family, Day Trading, and Stock Market. We'll pick the winner for each day. That'll be announced in the closing bell show and on Twitter. And then the team takes all the trades of the week and will take all of the trades of the week, trades of the day for that week, vote on it over the weekend, and that will be the trade of the week. Be announced Monday on the closing bell show. If you want to try out the room, you're watching us on YouTube, haven't been in the room, use the promo code PrettyMarket24. It'll get you a discount off the intro membership, which is 7 calendar days, 5 trading days in the room. Also gives you access to Carlos's onboarding class that he does live every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. And also the elite membership discount New Year 40 is still active, so you can use that to get 40% off the annual elite membership.
All right, thank you, Norm. Okay, let's get to it, guys. Let's fine-tune this list here. Let's start with our possibles list down here. So let's start with UPS. Again, I think UPS could have some potential here, guys, as we discussed. They have a catalyst today. So maybe they can get going. We'll keep it on here as a good possible. CCIV is active, guys, up 10%. I'm going to personally take it off. I just don't like the way this stock trades for me. So take that one off. AG is on here, guys. If you want to trade silver, this is a good one to have. Baba is looking good this morning, guys. I think this is a very active right now. They're flat, but they got some movement, they got some volume, and their dailies will really pops out here the way they're setting up here. Had a good day yesterday. Possible continuation if it can break out of this 264, head towards that pre-market high. That could be a good one. That could actually be in our main list. We'll go through our main list and see if there's anything there that should be drop down. INO here looking good this morning, good possible as well. TLRY. I'm gonna remove this one. We gotta make some space here. DKNG it's okay. Oxy, we'll remove Oxy. We know these tickers. Oxy, you know what? Let's remove DKNG as well. We know these tickers. If they come up in our scanners, let's have a fine-tuned list of what looks good right now. In the hopes of anything that can become better, we can always catch it in our scanners. Jivo is dropping down here, down 5. I'm sorry, up 5%, but giving a little bit back this morning. The pre-market. This looks interesting. It looks good. I like the way that's setting up. We got a lot of movement there. HOL is a SPAC, but then again, this one has a lot of movement, great volume. We'll keep an eye on that one. Workhorse is moving. I like that one as well. GameStop is entertainment purposes. Let's make some space here. Actually, right down here. Okay, make some more space. Let's delete this. So again, just to see what's going on there, keep up with the social media stocks. IMVT, this one here, I'm gonna remove it. Let's get rid of it. AREC, now this thing is looking good. All right, AREC, guys, low flow here, looking pretty nice this morning, popping up lovely there. MBRX also has got potential. So these two are looking pretty good as far as low flow stocks, and then we got our GameStop down there. All right, so our possibles list.
I haven't seen the news yet, but Uber's going wild, so be sure to throw that on there too.
Let's take a look at Uber. Yes, there we go. Nice. What's the news? What's the latest and greatest?
I don't know. I haven't seen it yet.
All right, just breaking out. All right, so we got something going on with Uber there. Whatever it is, it looks good. And the volume is just pouring in. So definitely on top of our list here this morning. We'll come back and see what's happening there. They bought alcohol. That's great if they did that. Alcohol with your drink, with your share ride. Perfect. AMC here. AMC is good, guys.
Be popping more if they bought weed or EVs.
Oh,
maybe that's next.
You would think EVs, Uber would be all over that stuff, which they are. They are working.
Just saying.
All right, guys, let's look at our main list. AMC is on here, though we kind of holding one of our hands tied to our back here because we cannot short it, but it is active, so we'll keep it on here. Maybe it's a possible. Actually, it is a possible because I really want to be able to trade it both sides here. We can't do that with AMC, but they are in play for sure, guys. The fun is kind of over here. This thing is dropping hard, so that's lovely. BNGO definitely in play, guys. Beautiful pre-market action this morning. Great volume. I do like that one. VXRT. You know what? I think we have some possible that might look better. This might get dropped or downgraded here. INO looks good. I have INO twice. How come? I have INO down here as well. Let's get rid of it here. Let's keep it up here. It's good. Okay. Space is very nice. Good volume there on space. Apple. You know, Apple's got to come down. Apple's got to come down. I think Apple, it has potential, but doesn't look great. We'll make room for Uber instead. This one looks really nice, really active this morning, so that's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could afford one more up here. Let's take a look. Apple, AMC, UPS, AG. I think Baba could be real nice. Let's look at the Workhorse. And Workhorse, I think both of these. You know what? We'll go with Workhorse. Let's go with that one. Let's do that, and we'll see what we can get out of there. And then what's another one we looked at? VXRT. You know, VXRT is not great. Let's bring down VXRT. It's got some potential, but let's bring that one down. Sorry, a little bit reshuffling here. And then we're going to bring up, I think Baba might have some good stuff for us today. I usually don't watch Baba, but I like the way they're setting up today. Great volume, great movement. Love the daily here. Possible breakout. Yes, it's worth watching. All right, let's take a look at our levels here this morning, starting with BNGO, setting a pre-market high at the moment of 1330. Let's throw a level there. Most recent high at 1386. I think that is your all-time high. I'm not going to go too far back here, but 1386 around there, you have that area of resistance. Then towards the bottom, guys, plenty of support on the highs and lows from the last 2 trading days, so that's pretty good there. Right now, where the price action is sitting at, I mean, this is, again, you might think these levels are very close, but that's almost a dollar move, right? So 1231 high of your pre-market, we're down here at 1250 at the moment, and you can see the area of support that you're getting there. You know, throw a level on there. Because that looks pretty good for me right now. It's a lot of touches on that around that 1230-ish level, 1250-ish exactly. All right, so that looks good on BNGO, excuse me. Copying what my son sings here. Here's INO. INO is 1974, is high of the pre-market. Towards the bottom, we do have our highs and lows from the last 2 trading days. This could look a little bit better. But we'll keep it on here for now. So highs and lows covered by the last 2 trading days. Previous day close, had a big day yesterday. The volume is coming in, but we're not getting great trading right now. We did earlier this morning, 7 a.m. guys. This looks beautiful. And then we're just gonna kind of have this this crap just kind of stuck at 19. Right, it looks almost algo-like at the moment, the way this thing is trading. So let's hope that breaks out and trades a little bit better. It doesn't look too good right now. SPCE, this one is, oh, did we finish that one off? Yes, we did. Do we have anything towards the top of this? 1974? Of course we do. Let's go in here and find a level of above 1974, which is this one right here, guys. 2181, great area. A lot of resistance happening here, so I think that's a good one to have on our list there. Let's go down to space. Low of the pre-market right now, 56 on the dot. Let's get our daily back in focus at the moment, and then our high for this morning sitting over at a 62.90. Again, so a nice pop here. We're giving a little bit back this morning right now. Above that, we do have a level here at 1959. Excuse me, guys. I clear my throat there. All right, that's a little better. Okay, so space here, we do have a level at 59.31, so that's good. And then towards the bottoms, the highs and lows from the last 2 trading days. All right, so that's good there. Let's go over down to Uber, which just became very active in the last couple of minutes. Finding my hotkeys here for my levels. 56.71 high of the pre-market right now. Again, volume really coming in. Let's see how that develops as we get going here. Above that, we do have 57.95, and then all the way up here at 60 bucks, we do have a great level also. Now towards the bottom, now the price right now at the moment, I mean, look at the price line, right? This red solid line here, that is clearly a level. I'm going to mark that down there. You can tell by the daily how many touches we have on this resistance here for about 7 days. We come back up here again, more resistance until we're finally able to break out, and then that becomes support. So again, that price line right there, 54.83. I'm gonna mark that down around that 55 area, looking pretty good. And then outside of that, you do have your highs and lows from the last 2 trading days towards the bottom, taking care of you. Do not need to add anymore. So let's see what Uber does. Pretty active this morning. I moved up Workhorse. I mean, it wasn't looking great, but I think they got some good movement, right? 333 43,000 right now. They're moving pretty well at the moment. Their daily's a little bit wacky, as you can see here. It's got some pretty nice ranges though, right? But we just got to see if this thing is going to trade nicely and in some kind of way that we can find some patterns, right? That's the key with workhorse. You have to really wait for these patterns, or else you can get chopped up pretty bad on this one. I am going to mark down 37.79. We in the pre-market, we're seeing a lot of support happening there, a lot of touches, right? Even right now, the price action kind of stalling around that 37.79. So let's keep an eye on that one. And then after you put these two levels, guys, I mean, you're pretty much covered. Looking around, you got the highs from yesterday, the lows from yesterday, and the 2 day and 2 days before. You got your previous day close line in here as well. I think you're pretty good when it comes to workhorse. We have Baba on deck. I think Baba could be exciting, guys. This daily looks really, really attractive. Towards the top, we're going to push some levels here. Our pre-market high is sitting right at 267.82. So let's see if Baba has the legs to get going here and get above that, or at that level. I think we can have some fun with that one today. 271.32, another level off the daily. That one has a couple of touches here, 2 days here, one here as well, so that's good. And then above that, we do have 279. Again, I don't think we'll get there in a clean move, but this thing does have potential if it can stay above this previous day close line. Now, towards the bottom, the low of the pre-market is marked here by the low of yesterday, but I am going to mark down this area here because we got a couple of touches and changes in direction at 260.72, right? So 260.72, nice change in direction. You can see that there. So let's see how Baba is going to trade here this morning. All right, that is what we have. Better list than yesterday, way better. As far as the pre-market action goes, right? Yesterday we struggled to find things that were looking good, and that happens. Not every day is going to be, you know, you're not going to have a blockbuster list every day on the watch list, but you'll be surprised how well things trade when they get going. So, all right, let's see here. What do we have? Let's look at our moderators list, see what their lineup looks like today. BNGO is just looking real nice, guys. Look at the setup here. Just beautiful, bouncing off that 1250. Hopefully someone in our chat room is long on that bad boy. Yes. All right, guys, let's look at our moderators lineup. Let's start with Thor. Yeah, here you go, Thor. So he is looking at Baba, LI, space, DKNG. Did we look at what happened with DKNG? I think we looked at it and might have dropped it off. Secondary, Microsoft and PFE. Eamon has PAAS, XPEV, Tesla, the actual Tesla, not that other TLSA that's out there.
The fake
Secondary,
Tesla.
the fake Tesla at $5. Secondary, Microsoft and Mara. Brian is looking at PAAS. We'll look at that one. I see Eamon and Brian are both looking at that. We'll take a look what's happening there. LI, DKNG, Jivo, and Uber. Tiffany's looking at space, BNGO, Baba, and secondary list DKNG and the real Tesla. Peter is looking at well, no, he's no IPOs for today other than the usual SPACs that he will not be watching. Dima is joining us, so welcome Dima to our moderators team here. She'll be joining the team with us, so again, welcome. Give her a nice welcome, guys. Looking forward to working with her there. Her list this morning is INO, BNGO, Space, and Uber. Mike is looking at Baba and the high of day scanners. John is looking at Billy and Baba. Again, Baba really good today, guys. You see a lot of us are watching Baba. It has a lot of potential. Peter is watching AMC, AMD, AMC, Uber, and secondary list Space, Neo, and BNGO, as well as NVAX this morning. So again, pretty nice list today, definitely better than yesterday, so I like that already this morning. And I think that about covers our watch list, guys. Again, looking forward to this market open. Let's take a look here.
Better than yesterday.
I'm sorry?
Looks better than yesterday.
Oh yeah, by far better than yesterday. Again, yesterday was not great. All right, guys, just a reminder, today we do have Jack Schwager. He's going to be joining us at 12 p.m. in the webinar room for our elite members. Remember, he's the author of Market Wizards, and we're going to talk about his new book that came out, I think, end of last year that came out. But Peter is going to be doing an interview with him, a podcast interview. It will be available in the podcast later on iTunes and all our podcasts that we have available. We'll put a link out for that. But again, if you want to see it live today at 12 this afternoon in our webinar room. I think that covers all. Norm, anything else we might have missed?
That's all I got, buddy.
All right, excellent. All right, guys, thank you for joining us on YouTube and on TradingView as well. We appreciate you guys joining us this morning. We know you have options. We will see you tomorrow at 8:30. Up next is Andrew and Brian taking us through the market open as we prepare for this trading day. So take care, guys. Trade safe, and we will see you tomorrow.